life like I got no logic. Living right, but the border guys trying to take control of my life. In the ring, trying to fight like Mike. On the porch, trying to shoot them dice.
Yo, the check just came, man. Cash in that bill. Yeah. Now look, y'all. Today's video, we got a special video for y'all. We got the satisfying downfall of Akademiks. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Akademiks is one of those guys that you really just gotta pay attention to. You feel me? Because we seen the rise of Akademiks and we seen the downfall of Akademiks. Before we get into the video, though, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button. Smash that subscribe button. You feel me? It's easy. Damn. But look, y'all, we're gonna get straight into this video.
It was some disturbing allegations that could ruin his career. Throughout his entire career, he has been one of the most controversial figures in hip-hop, but fans are starting to notice a pattern. From strange comments about young girls to a literal rape case, these recent allegations could be the final nail in the coffin for Ak. And to understand just how controversial DJ Akademiks is, along with his strange history of inappropriate behavior, we have to go back to the beginning. DJ Akademiks began his career in 2012 after posting on hip-hop forums all the time. Also, his real name is Livingston Allen, and I just thought that was kind of funny. It's really fancy for whatever reason. But anyways, in 2012, he started the DJ Akademiks YouTube channel where he was posting vids of him DJing, doing interviews, and talking about his opinions on rap. Eventually, this led him to covering hip-hop news, which is what he's mostly known for. In 2014, he started one of his biggest ventures, and that was his channel called The War in Chirac. This channel was all about drill artists and gang stuff and covering...
Yeah, I was tuned in when Akademiks was doing this type of stuff, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I was definitely tuned in. He talked about all the Chicago rappers. He talked about a lot of things, I ain't gonna lie. But the problem was Akademiks, I believe they say that he promoted more gang violence in Chicago, and he's one of these reasons why Chicago is the way it is. I'm not saying that all of Chicago beef and all Chicago gang violence came from Akademiks, but I believe he turned it up a notch, I ain't gonna lie. Because these videos were hitting like 1 million views each. He was painting characters of street dudes to make it entertaining for people that's not street and for people that actually didn't live in Chicago, you feel me? So yeah.
Everything that was going on in Chicago. In the first 2 years of covering this stuff, he gained over 250,000 subscribers and over 90 million views. This channel was by far his most successful at that time, but it was also very controversial. A lot of people, especially artists from Chicago and a lot of viewers, suggested that by covering these things, he was instigating even more violence, especially with how casually he would talk about and joke about all of the death and tragedy that was happening. Eventually, later on in his career, he got a spot as a host on Complex's Everyday Struggle, where Vic Mensa confronted him about this.
So many people outside the culture of Chicago, they hyped up the music, not knowing that real lives were being affected, deaths and...
Yo, Akademiks was a lot skinnier back then.
Other type of madness happened within the music, and the music was a real life depiction of that. Like, how'd you feel about it?
I wanted to slap you in your face, honestly.
Whoa, I remember this too. This is like Akademiks' first time ever getting pressed by like a rapper, which is crazy.
And I'm just seeing you here, so I'm like, this is a tame environment, so I would keep it to my words, but I really felt as if people exactly like you sensationalized and made a following off of clowning situations that we go through in real life. And I think, you know, niggas ain't had no right. You know, you specifically, like, you ain't never have a right. Like, whatever made you feel like you had a space to have a perspective on our people dying on a daily basis?
Ak tried saying that he was giving a different perspective and showing people how serious drill was, even suggesting that he was being constructive. But Vic countered by saying that Ak was literally making jokes about his friends who passed away in Chicago. There have also been other artists like Sakana Breezy who have commented on how they didn't like Ak's coverage of Chicago gang culture. On the other hand, though, there have been artists like Chief Keef who thought Ak was cool. So this wasn't some career-ending controversy, but it's not the greatest kickstart to your career. And most recently, a couple years ago, Andrew Callahan made a video discussing how platforms promote this cycle of violence by covering these things, and asked Ak if he could go back.
Yeah, a lot of YouTubers cover different type of controversial content, y'all. It's their creative idea of putting their ideas on a platform to kind of, you know, give their opinion on the situation that's occurring.
Would he still make this channel?
If you could go back in time, would you make War in Chirac again?
You know, I've grown. Was it appropriate? Probably wouldn't do that again. I wouldn't do it again just because I think we're dealing with mental illness in Chicago. And when you see people are kids, these people who are doing murders, like Ronald No. 9 was like 17, doing drills and all that type of shit, it's easy to be outraged and also say, damn, how could you guys take a life so easily? But also you got to think about the cycle of mental issues that they're having, the trauma that they're suppressing.
But like I said, this was just DJ Akademiks' entrance into the music industry, and he had many more controversies to come. He continued posting on his DJ Akademiks channel, mostly covering news, and like I said, he got on Everyday Struggle. With his platform being much bigger and his tendency to talk shit, Ak was frequently getting into more and more controversies as he grew. Like I said, throughout his whole career, he's always been in some type of controversy, but nothing has been big enough to take him down. He had problems with Lil Tracy. He said he can't listen to gay artists because he thinks it's weird, and eventually he got kicked off Complex. The reason he got kicked off Complex is because of the comments he made about Chrissy Teigen, where he called her a bitch multiple times. This also got his Twitch account temporarily banned. He even admitted to calling the police on Meek Mill when they had beef back in the day.
Because right now, like, when you say green lighting,
That's crazy. And I believe he was hanging around 6ix9ine around this time. Yeah.
I send that to the police. I'm gonna be honest with you. Oh, yo, are you greenlit? Wait, Meek Mill just told me in front of the world I'm greenlit? Okay, here's the cops. Hey, Meek Mill, that's his account, that's his people. He said I'm greenlit. Are you dumb?
Him and rapper Freddie Gibbs have had an extensive history of beef over the years, which started in part because Ak said that Freddie is irrelevant because of his first week sales. This is another thing that Ak gets in trouble a lot for, which is when he talks shit about artists and always talking about their sales, which is obviously bound to get on another artist's nerves. Akademiks has never been shy to speak his mind, especially since he does a lot of drunk streams where he's always got a bottle of Henny on deck. And that's why a lot of his fans have liked him, because he isn't afraid to speak his mind. But at the same time, obviously it's bound to cause some problems. During his beef with Freddie Gibbs, there was a ton of moments where the entire internet was clowning on DJ Akademiks, like when Freddie Gibbs released this
They say Akademiks is built like a Teletubby. That's crazy.
hilarious merch of DJ Akademiks, and he also dissed Ak in a freestyle.
Niggas ain't fucking with me. When I catch Akademiks, I'ma squeeze them titties. Nigga, I'ma squeeze your breasts. Nigga, let the tips hit your chest.
Freddie's also dissed him in some songs, and their beef has been nothing short of entertaining. Ak also decided to talk about Freddie's ex-girlfriend and his soon-to-be child, and was saying some really weird, like somewhat sexual stuff because she did porn. And he also called her and asked to buy the rights to Freddie's kid.
Freddie, what you didn't know and you're gonna hear her admit is that when she hit me up, which was about 4 months ago, your child was already 2 months cooking in that belly. When she appeared on Adam 22 Plug Talk, your child was a little bit more than baby batter at that point. That's Freddie Jr. in that gut. When she wanted to link with me, this might sound crazy, but I hope you understand the grace I have extended you. I would have been rubbing that belly. I bought a stethoscope off Amazon. I was gonna have a stethoscope in my ear and have the joint on her gut. $10,000 to have the name and rights to Freddie Jr.'s child. $10,000 to do this.
Akademiks also
This man Akademiks is wild now. That's some crazy shit to say.
inspired a lot of hate against Megan Thee Stallion, claiming that she was lying about what Tory Lanez did to her. And honestly, I could list like 100 different people that Ak has said something crazy to. So because of all of these things throughout his career, it's likely that a lot of hip-hop fans have been waiting for his downfall for some time now. One of Ak's most recent controversies has been his extremely biased coverage of the Drake and Kendrick beef. And this is important because later in the video, he uses this as a defense, so keep this in mind. It got to the point where people were accusing Ak of being paid off, with even Kendrick Lamar himself calling out DJ Akademiks, saying that he was compromised. The whole time, Akademiks was claiming to have inside info from Drake and was running an entire smear campaign against Kendrick Lamar and his fans. His journalism in general has been really...
Yeah, that was beyond crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Ak, why are you doing things like this, dog? You feel me? And Drake don't really show you no love, dog. You feel me? Where the love at now? Okay, where's Drake's love now, dog? Nowhere to be found, dog.
bad lately, especially on his Twitter page, Akademiks TV. For example, he posted this video of Ice Cube talking about his meeting with Trump in 2020 and said that it was from 2024 and that Cube was talking bad about Kamala. We'll talk more about this Twitter page here in a minute, but I want to make you guys aware that he very frequently will lie or just completely post misinformation on this page. And I'm not saying that he's the one who's running it, that's most likely not the case, but he's still the owner of it, which isn't a good thing. On top of this, DJ Akademiks has been sponsored by Stake, the online casino, which has also sponsored Drake. He's been promoting this on all of his posts, and promoting gambling in general is very controversial. Half of his posts on Twitter get community noted for this since it's against Twitter's terms of service. I actually covered this in a video I made about Drake's relationship with Stake, and I mentioned Ak's involvement, and Akademiks reacted to this video and claimed that he has no involvement with Stake. He said he doesn't promote it and that he has no idea what I'm talking about. It seems like everyone on the internet is promoting gambling. From the biggest pop stars like Drake to journalists / commentators like DJ Akademiks.
Y'all, I ain't gonna lie, gambling is one of the biggest legal scams out here, y'all. You feel me? Like, I believe only 1% of people win in gambling. It's an illusion.
But
What? How am I promoting gambling? I have no affiliation with any gambling company.
however, I thought this was really funny because Akademiks owns the Akademiks TV Twitter page, like I mentioned earlier, as they state in their bio. You know what else they state in their bio? It's that they are sponsored by Stake. Like I said, I'm not sure if he actively runs this page, but he's definitely making money from it. So the whole gist of what I'm trying to say here is that Akademiks is a proven liar, and he's willing to spread misinformation or manipulate things in a way that fits him better. And a lot of people, if they are generally in agreement with him, will just follow along. While all of this stuff is controversial, none of it was substantial enough to take him down. Sure, he was making light of death and promoting gang violence, or bullying other artists and shit-talking people, or lying and spreading misinformation online. But none of this was like illegal or super terrible. However, recently Akademiks took things way too far, and people are starting to realize that he has a much darker and disgusting side to him. In 2024, following all of the PDF file accusations and the Drake beef, Akademiks himself was hit with a lawsuit accusing him of. It was filed by a girl named Zaya who said she met Ak online in 20.
Defamation is crazy, y'all. Yo, they been putting up that boy Ak through some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Pump up the volume, hit that like button, y'all. Do not become like Akademiks. Okay? Do not. We can learn from what Akademiks is going through and really take time and not become Akademiks, dog. Do not become like Akademiks. Akademiks is a learning point that all YouTubers, all entertainers, all people on social media should learn from, okay? But you gotta think about it. People in the entertainment industry like Akademiks were the first ones to even hop on the platform. A lot of them blew up with no type of guide, so they really just going with the flow, you know? And so that new YouTubers can actually learn from them. You feel me?
2021 and dated him for a while. She claimed that in 2022, after being invited to his New Jersey home, she was drugged, assaulted, and raped by 2 of Akademiks' friends. She also claimed that when she woke up, Akademiks was there.
I look crazy right now, but I'm not gonna stand here and let this man continue to lie about me. That's not what happened, Akademiks. You know that that's not what happened. And for you to pretend that you didn't do anything, that I just went to your house and I'm just some thought, like we didn't know each other for 2 years. You tried to save yourself after your friends assaulted me. Whether or not you got drunk or not, I know that when you woke up, you were on top of me too.
On the flip side, Ak claimed that after the police came by his house because of this, he checked the cameras and said his friends were getting with her.
Pluto, I'm like, son, don't sound right. I go on my camera. I go to my DVR. I'm looking what's going on. Gang, this is facts, and I'm not trying to make her look crazy, and I'm not trying to put her in no type of weird position. This is reality, brother. This is a girl who I've been dealing with for like 2 years on and off. We were not steadily, like we were like, you know, hang out, not really hang out, not really hang out. That type of shit. You feel me? She's actually like a really good girl. Like she's a girl who kind of gives like really nice energy, like not one of them like sexy red type turns, like not to disrespect her either. When I look at my camera in the morning, gang, the shorty was getting
Like, I don't even like. She was getting trained by my two mans, like on my pool deck the night before when I'm sleeping. I'm dead ass. This is what happened.
Of course, this is different from the girl's account.
No, that's crazy.
Who said that Ak was there too. So far, nothing else has come out about this, and Ak hasn't publicly commented to any news outlets. However, after all of this came out, he went on stream to address it and said some really weird, cryptic stuff about taking the industry down with him.
Again, I can't talk about too much just because I've paid lawyers to handle court, and these people who are coming at me are hoping that I that up by handling it on social media. The police wants nothing to do with this. They're saying there is no crime. The cops have said, peace. There ain't no crime that we could prove. That's what they've said. We're out of this. Let me tell you this about everybody in the industry. I'm gonna tell y'all all this right now. If Ak ever goes down, y'all all go down with me. Because I hold no secrets for nobody.
Which is really strange because I don't even think he outright denied it. And while nothing came of this legally speaking, it definitely created a pattern. There's been this pattern developing with DJ Akademiks I haven't touched on yet, but he has frequently shown weird behavior to women and minors. I left this out earlier, but there was also a video of DJ Akademiks screaming at his girlfriend at the mall, getting up in her face, pushing her, grabbing her, and a bunch of stuff like that. Ak responded to
Ak, bro, you're just a little too aggressive, dog. Just a little too aggressive. That's it. Relax.
this saying, I was breaking up a fight. My girl was drunk and being aggressive with other women because they were coming to me in a party taking pics. One of the girls swung on her, and that's where this video starts. I'm trying to get women to chill out, but they ain't listening. They fighting over pics and
I remember this too. Akademiks said he really don't go to the club like that. One day he decided to go to the club. Like a fight broke out, which is understandable. Being an influencer is harder than what people think, man. Because a lot of clips get taken out of context. So with this one, I believe that he was just breaking up a fight.
shit. And if you thought this was bad, in 2022, Akademiks said that the youngest girl he would sleep with is a 17-year-old.
And to keep it real, if you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted this rule, which I think it was fine. I said,
all right, this clip right here. This clip right here is one of the weirdest clips, okay? I can't agree with this clip, you feel me? Because I like older women, but yeah, it's weird.
Said, listen, man, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting f***ed. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's gonna get this dick.
Like I said, this was 2022, making Ak like 32 or 33, which is just insane. And sure, maybe he was referencing back when he was in college, like this was his mindset back in the day, but that's still wrong. And of course, you can't forget in 2018 when he said, bad baby got mad titties for a 15-year-old. He was 26 at the time of this tweet, and I know a lot of people said it was a hacker. Very possible, but Akademiks, it could be real. And of course, you can't forget this classic post about Kylie Jenner where he said, broskies. OnlyFans, Kylie Jenner just gave us fat material for a whole week. Is she the baddest in the game right now? And if you say no, name who is. This one isn't as bad, it's just weird. It's this pattern of weird sexual behavior that he's been demonstrating over his whole career. And with the most recent allegations that have come out against DJ Akademiks, people are really starting to realize what kind of person he actually is. Most recently, DJ Akademiks has been hit with allegations of grooming because of a Discord call he was in with a 15-year-old boy. The kid in question was a mod in Blackboy.
And yeah, this situation was real weird. I ain't gonna lie, Akademiks, you should never did it. I ain't gonna lie. This goes to show that the internet is not a safe place. You feel me? Kids should not be on the internet speaking to adults. Okay, so make sure your kids, you know what your kids doing online for real. Make sure you know what they doing on the internet, because it can be real easy to just let them get on the internet and not know what they doing at all. Tough.
Max's chat named Noor. Max is a streamer, and him and Ak have collaborated, so it makes sense why Ak may know who Noor is.
A kid I basically view as my little brother. You feel me? Noor, he's a Palestinian refugee. For anyone that doesn't understand, he's a Palestinian refugee. He lives in Malaysia. He doesn't speak Malay. He lost his mother. I've known him for like 2 years now. He's gone through a lot. He basically can't make friends in real life because he don't speak the language native to that country. And so he'd be on Discord all the time. And he'd be in Twitch chats. He just needs people to talk to, friends. I really care about this kid. I've helped him financially, emotionally, all that.
But for some reason, Noor was in a call with Ak, a guy who is Tory Lane's manager apparently, and a few other people.
Fucking a dude, will you let you?
No.
Why not?
Why not?
Yo, you can have. Wait.
If I can't fuck you, I'm coming.
We all seen that. We all seen that clip, so I ain't gonna play it. They age restricted that clip for me, but cool.
Kid in real life, it's not like they're a little brother or a little cousin, so it's like just really strange stuff to say. Right away, Blackboy Max called Akademiks and told him he should probably apologize.
Regardless, I tell bro, yo, just apologize to Noor, take accountability, move forward.
Then I'm Dante called Noor and asked him about what happened.
Then he sent, I was deafened for most of the call. Didn't know they went that far.
Nah, don't even try that.
He wasn't. My bad for inviting you to the Discord. Don't want you feeling no way. You a cool kid and I know we all be trolling. But the shit I heard in those clips when I was deafened wasn't cool. You good. He was speaking in basically every clip.
Yeah, like what are you oh, no.
Apparently, a guy named Ray who...
Yeah, the crazy part about that whole situation is the kid was like, no, you feel me? No. You feel me? This is weird. And that's when they should have stopped trolling, like I said before.
Who I guess is Tory Lane's manager, was talking in the clip as well, and he was saying some really crazy stuff. Following all of the backlash that was coming out, Ak tried to blame the Kendrick fans, saying that they were running a smear campaign against him because of what I said earlier. Ak was really, on Drake's side during the whole beef, and that's what he tried to pin this on.
I know people trying to make it weird, and this is why, I know it ain't even Max's community. It's really like these Kendrick fans and shit like that.
Akademiks continued to say that he doesn't have a problem with Max's community. He was saying that it was just jokes and it was some big bro, little bro type of stuff, which, like I said, is crazy because, Ak isn't this guy's bigger brother, he's just some random old dude on the internet. At this point, there was a bunch of streams going back and forth with a bunch of streamers hopping in and commenting on what was going on. Akademiks called out I'm Dante and insulted him along with his wife, and Dante decided to respond. At first, Akademiks seemed pretty unbothered by it and was, taking responsibility to some extent, but then he just crashed out the next day on stream, going after every streamer that was talking about it.
So when I see this shit pissed me off. I'm like, bro, I'm over here fucking with these niggas, supporting them, nigga.
Yeah, that's deflecting, dog. Hopefully Ak learned his lesson about this whole situation, dog, and we definitely can learn from Akademiks' mistakes.
Yo, I told Ray today, I said, bro, I almost hit Grant and said, bro, yo, fuck that. No more Max clips on my page. I'm supporting these niggas, and these niggas is kicking my back in. I get nothing from it. I don't benefit if Max go up. I don't benefit if bro, I support them because I like these guys. I support them because I'm in the streaming community. I want him to go up.
Following all of this, Akademiks' Twitter page that I mentioned earlier ran a smear campaign against Blackboy Max, accusing him of the same thing. All of the videos and clips Ak posted were out of context with captions that just didn't match what Max was actually doing. Throughout this whole event, Blackboy Max was really mature and didn't actually think that Ak was trying to groom this kid. He was just telling Akademiks that he should just apologize and own up to what he did. But everyone else on the internet still agreed that this was really weird, especially because of all the other weird behaviors that Akademiks has demonstrated over the years, and it looks like people may be finally realizing that Akademiks has some problems. Many people pointed out that it was insane that the kid was way more mature than all of the adults in the call, and like I said,
facts, the kid did sound a little more mature than anybody else, dog. The kid sounded like he had a PhD, and Akademiks sounded like he was just graduating in 5th grade, dog, to middle school. You feel me? Ak was just going to middle school.
said, I think this was the final nail in the coffin with people waking up to Akademiks' behavior, because he faced a ton of backlash. He got banned by Twitch, he lost his Happy Dad sponsorship, and he was also unfollowed by Stake, which, as I mentioned earlier, is probably paying him some good money. So if they cut ties too, that'll be a huge loss for DJ Akademiks. Not only are the fans outraged, but so are many people in the hip-hop community. Peter Rosenberg chimed in and said, I tried to tell the world about this guy after he attacked the women in my life for no reason. Asked his viewers to find videos videos of my wife, said he would pay for anyone who could supply info. At that time, Spotify and other outlets took no issue. I'm glad some have noticed how dangerous and sick this guy is. Others like The Breakfast Club, Anthony Fantano, Sean C., Screwface John, I'm Dante, and many more have made videos calling out his recent actions. People are finally catching on to Akademiks' strange behavior. Someone on Twitter said, "On some real shit, this needs to be the end of Akademiks. No more pretending he's just a little weird. This guy is a fucking creep and should not have a platform. The final straw should have been 5 fucking straws ago. But this needs to be, for real, the final fucking straw." Once Akademiks realized how bad the backlash actually was and how upset people truly were, he backtracked and decided to apologize.
Honestly, in that court, everything I've ever said in that
Should have definitely. You should have been apologized, dog.
court got leaked, it would be crazy. Not defending it, but that's kind of the court it was. Definitely a regrettable moment. And we're gonna use that as a teachable moment because I don't think I've came this far, built this platform to be that irresponsible, right? And of course I could throw out any type of excuses. Oh, well, all that. At the end of the day, first of all, I'm probably older than all y'all anyway. Like, you know, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't need the so I'll just take the responsibility. I should do better and will do better. And I think that's the best way to do it. You know what I mean? Should do better, will do better. I'm gonna use it as a teachable moment.
But by this point, no one really cares. After realizing the patterns he's demonstrated over the years, people are tired of DJ Akademiks. They've realized that he's a liar, that he manipulates situations, and that he hasn't changed or matured as he's gotten older. Now, he may be able to continue running his news page somewhat successfully, but I'd be surprised if Akademiks as a personality sees much more success in the future. I guess only time will tell. If you like this video, you may like my video about DJ Vlad, who's another hip-hop personality who's been in his fair share of controversy as well.
Yeah, DJ Vlad is one of those guys that a lot of people talk about too. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it's been Cash. I'm out. Deuces.
Then I woke up tryna catch a body, nigga. That's my fucking problem. Live life like I got no logic. Living right, but the border guys tryna take control of my life. In the ring, tryna fight like Mike. On the porch, tryna shoot them dice.